are back here again. It's round 19. Collingwood, is it? We are 12 and 5, round 18. Collingwood versus Essendon at the MCG. It didn't go today, and I didn't even watch it live because it was it was Bad Boy's birthday party today, so we watched it. Now I've dropped Jimmy off at home, and now I'm watching the football. So I just want to get into it because I want to start watching it. It's very late. What's the time now? It's what, 6:10. So the game's pretty much finished now. So very much behind. It seemed to be a beautiful day at the MCG today. Was really pleased that we kept Ash Johnson in the team. I was really shocked when I thought we were going to drop him. We needed forward to help out Elliott and Mychek. Surprised that Carmichael got dropped as well, but you know what? We need Quaynor back in the side along with Taylor Adams, and Carmichael was the swap for Taylor Adams. So I guess if Taylor Adams comes in, he's naturally in. Anzac Day, Collingwood got over the line purely on the fact that we kicked straight. For that stage, it was Essendon's best performance of the year. However, their last, I think, they've won 4 of the last 5 games. They've beaten 5 of the last 6. One of them 2, they've been absolutely phenomenal. So, would have been a blockbuster at the MCG today. We're really looking forward to watching it. Collingwood have won 8 in a row. So, look, we are due to have a down game. But you know what? Like I said, Essendon, who had a really shocking first 16 weeks of the year up until they lost to West Coast, have won 4 of the last 5. So, they're due to have a down game as well. I'm going to go, look, my head says Collingwood, my heart says Collingwood, my pessimism says Essendon. So I'm going to go with Essendon by 12 points. My simulation prediction had Collingwood winning by 19 points. Close game, Collingwood kicking away at the end of the game. But yeah, what was it, 14-9 to 13, no, 14-9 to 11-10 or something like that. But yeah, so look, I'm tipping Essendon I'll say Essendon by 2 goals. Looking forward to see how everyone goes. And look, there's been a lot of talk about Josh Dacos today, so I'm interested to see whether Caldwell from Essendon will go to him to try to limit his influence on whether they'll put him forward or not. Collingwood versus Essendon at the MCG, bumper crowd, round 18. Collingwood need to win. So Brisbane lost, Fremantle drew. So if Collingwood are to win today, we go top 4, which is absolutely huge. So here we go, Collingwood versus Essendon. I'll see you all at quarter time. So quarter time at the MCG, and it's good reading if you're a Collingwood fan so fast. Collingwood 6-2-38 to 1 point. Collingwood just dominating. Ash Johnson's kick 3. Josh Dacos has probably kicked the best goal I've ever seen in my entire life. It's goal of the year without even, like, you shut the competition down. It's goal of the year. Mason Cox went up for a blinder. He took a really good mark as well. Jack Ginnivan got his usual taken high, no free kick. That was as blatant as free kick as I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Not paid. That umpire should never be allowed to umpire again. And if the AFL decide to even pretend that Jack Ginnivan is not being umpired differently to everybody else, they need to take a good hard look at themselves. They need to come out and make a statement and say, we are umpiring Jack Ginnivan differently. We're sorry. We don't know how to umpire. We don't know what we're doing. And we don't know what a neck is or a shoulder is. But look, anyway, the Pies were brilliant that quarter. Our pressure was immense. Our will was immense. Our ball use was the best ball use I've seen in 10 years. Barely missed a target. And we haven't even been winning the centre clearance. Imagine if we start winning centre clearance and playing like that. But look, it's not going to be our way the whole game. Essendon will get a run on. We just got to make sure that they don't close the margin to a gettable margin before the last quarter. Essendon can easily kick, 4 goals in 15 minutes and make it game on and put the doubt in Collingwood's mind. So it's a statement quarter this quarter. This is the statement quarter. Either Essendon will come out and make a statement that we're not just going to push them over, or we can come out and make a statement and push them over. Or it could be a nil or draw. But of course, this is a statement quarter. It's a big quarter for both clubs. Best for me so far, yeah, Ash Johnson, 3 goals. Mason Cox doing well in the ruck. Our midfield is just tearing their midfield up into pieces. And our defence, they haven't had a possession inside forward 50. So yeah, so I'll see you at half time. Collingwood up by 37 points. Let's hope we're doing this in another half an hour's time. So I like to think that I'm smart, but occasionally I'm just genius. I said that was going to happen. I said that Essendon were going to come at us, and they did. Unfortunately, we just basically just bent over. We gave nothing in that quarter. Essendon kicked 5-2 to 1-2. We sort of got back into it at the end of the quarter. In fact, I sort of wish that the quarter went for about 10 or 15 minutes longer because we're starting to get a bit back of our mojo. But all credit to Essendon, they'll win the hard ball. It was helped for the first 5 minutes when you win. I've actually don't think I've ever seen 7 free kicks to nil awarded in the first 5 minutes of a quarter. But look, it is what it is. They were harder to the ball. They deserve those free kicks, but those free kicks were getting paid in the first quarter. You can see I'm getting a bit frustrated. And Collingwood lead by to 13 points, 37 points up a quarter time. They basically wiped 4 goals off that. So look, it'll be interesting to see how we go this second half. Looks to be a really big crowd. What do we got to worry about? 2 metre Peter, Jake Stringer is doing what he always does, downhill ski. As soon as Essendon start performing, he starts performing. He's not the reason why Essendon are performing well. He's performing well because Essendon are doing better. Mychik really hasn't done a lot. And our rucks are doing what they can, but yeah, just getting smashed out of the middle. Just need to start winning more contested ball. So it's half time. I'm not going to read the stats because I don't want to look at the score. But it's half time and Collingwood lead by 13 points. I will see you all at 3/4 time. Be nice if the first quarter happened again. We'll see what happens. This is one of those games where you can only just do this. After kicking 6 goals in the first quarter and just completely dominating, we've just been completely smashed. Just no effort, no fight, just letting Essendon run completely off us. And of course, I mean, look, you're getting a fair dose of luck with, especially that last goal that Draper kicked. 3 missed kicks that went to Essendon players. And geez, the way Stringer reacted when he kicked that goal from 15 metres out directly in front after another Essendon player did all the hard work. And then when Draper kicked that goal, carrying on like he'd won a premiership. I've always said, I reckon Essendon's biggest problem these last 10 years is they've become a very big team of look-at-me's. And that showed in there. So, but look, still a quarter to go. I said at quarter time that 37 points was an unassailable lead. 13 points is definitely not an unassailable lead, particularly the way we've had our last few weeks. But look, the way we're playing, they kicked 5-2 in the second quarter, 5-4 in the third. We're going to need to kick at least 4 or 5 goals and hope that they don't score. Yeah. For every goal they score, we're going to need to kick. We need 3 goals to win, and for every goal they score, we need to kick an extra 1. So you think they're probably going to kick 3, so we're going to need like a 7-goal quarter. It's going to be, look, if we win, it's going to be one of the games for the ages. But look, let's see how we go. It's Essendon by 14 points. Let's see at the end of the game. Well, I finally caught my breath. Calmed my son down through the top that I ripped in the bin after that game. Wow, you could hear it in my voice. What a win. And those scenes at the end, which is something I've never witnessed at a game of football before. This season means something to these boys. You could tell they love the club. They love their coach. And that's what I love. I mean, it helps when you win. And, we've won 9 in a row now. And I'm so proud of these boys. And just to do what they did against this opposition today, who really steeled themselves for this game. Like, this was, Peter Wright said it last week that they wanted to beat clubs like Collingwood, like they knew they weren't going to play finals. And they wanted to upset the apple cart. And look, to all credit to Essendon, they tried and they almost did. But yeah, we just got there in the end again, kicking the last 1, 2, 3, 4 goals of the game. And Jimmy Boy, big Jimmy Elliott, he's had a rough career, so many injuries, so many near misses to get into games and stuff like that. But the boy can play, and what a kick at the end. I want to make a point though. I really, really, really want to make this point really clear. I mean, I've made no secret of this about how I call Essendon the look-at-me team. When they kick a goal, I mean, Jack Ginnivan does it for Collingwood, and I don't like it. I've always said I don't like it. When you kick a goal, you can celebrate with the crowd, depending on the moment that you kick the goal. But really celebrate with your teammates. Now, the goal that Stringer kicked, I think, in the third quarter, he did nothing. Draper actually did all the work, copped the brunt of it, tapped it to Stringer. He kicks a gimme goal from 15 metres out. And the way he celebrated, I was like, oh my God, it's midway through the third quarter, calm down, son. And to see Draper, when he kicked that snap goal in the third quarter, the way he carried on, seriously, like, again, third quarter, still a quarter and a half of football to play, because then when the going got really tough, last quarter, when it was time to really, really show what you were made of, Jake Stringer had a shot from 45 metres out, and what did he do? Didn't even get close. He bitched it. He showed what sort of footballer he is. He had the game in his hands, and he dropped it. He dropped it like the drop kick he is. Sorry, I'm getting passionate. I really don't like Jake Stringer. He's actually my least favourite footballer in the competition. The way to celebrate like that after you kick a goal 15 metres out from goal, midway through the third quarter, I don't like it. And then same as Draper too. I mean, you got a haircut that looks like you've got one of those aliens on your head. You got a mustache that'd make me keep you away from small children, and then you celebrate like that. And then in the last quarter, when it was time to perform, you both went missing, boys. You both went missing. And then, just Jimmy Elliott, complete contrast. Ices the goal 45 metres out, boundary line, wins the game. No theatrics. I mean, I know in the end, the other boys got around him with a bit of theatrics, but the guy actually kicked the goal. No theatrics, no celebrating, no dancing, no being a hero. Just turned around to the Collingwood crowd and said, not loud enough, guys, make it a bit louder. And geez, there were some sensational scenes. Very, very, very proud of the boys, and yeah, love it. And best fact is, we're now in the top 4, and we are now percentage off second. I mean, it's a fair bit of percentage, but we're percentage off second. And we are a game off top of the ladder with 3. So what? How many games are there left? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 games left, and we're 3 games in the top 8. So you think now, what? We're 13 and 5. We probably play finals now. Still need 1 more just to lock it away. But I mean, we're 2 games up on. No, so with 3 games up on 8th. So yeah, look, the 5 teams below us would all have to have ripper years to. The Fremantle Richmond draw helped us, and then we've got. We think we've got Port Adelaide next Saturday at the G's. We look at the fixture. We look at the stats. Sorry, guys, I'm rambling on here. Very excited. Collingwood kicking 4-3 to 1-3 in that last quarter, including the last. We kicked the 4-1 of the last 4 goals, 2 of the game. In that now I can actually look at some stats. I can look at some stats. In the last quarter, yeah, we kicked kicked 4 goals, 2 of the last 4 goals, 3 of the game. 87, had 188 disposals to 87 in favour of Essendon. 8 more contested possessions. So again, like when the going got tough, we got going. Because we had so much of the ball, Essendon had to lay. Essendon still did their bit. They laid 10 more tackles for the quarter. They had laid 6 more. They had 6 more interchanges than we did. They had 1 more inside 50, but 4 goals to 1. Good work to the Pies. 44% goal success to 10%. They kicked the first goal of the last quarter. In regards to stats, let's have a look at some of the stats for the players. In regards to disposals, for the Pies, Adams just super. 28 possessions, 20 handballs, just the in and under sort of player. Crisp, 23 possessions. Nick Dacos again, 21 possessions. Howe was enormous, 20 possessions. Josh Dacos, what a goal, 19 possessions. Lipinski, look, a midfielder's a little bit quiet. Lipinski 17, Pendlebury 16. Sidebottom had one of his quieter games with 12. And then look, there are a few Collingwood players that were down in regards. And you look at the other side of the coin. You look at Essendon again. Just their midfield just loves to rack up possessions, but they don't really do anything. Merritt 38 possessions, Shield 30, Heppel 26, Durham 23, Martin 22, Snelling 20. But look, I mean, I mean, other than Stringer, 15 possessions, 1 goal. Mate, you got to impact games, big games, a little bit more than that, big fella, before you can start dancing around like whatever you are. Um, like Merritt, no score. Shield, 1 point. Heppel, no score. Durham, 1 point. Just their midfield just don't impact the scoreboard at all. Whereas you look at the Pies. Dacos kicked a goal, Pendlebury kicked a goal, Elliott 2 goals, one. Our midfield impacted the game, and one of our midfielders won the game for us. So good work. We have a look at the overall stats. Essendon, I mean, we all know this is what Essendon does. They overuse the ball, 56 small possessions. Um, they had 5 more free kicks, particularly that early stretch in the second quarter, which when the momentum got changed, but Essendon did come to play. 13 more contested possessions. They really went in and under. They took 2 more contested marks. They had 1 more mark inside 50. Collingwood won the hitouts 34-26. Essendon won the clearances 41-26. Collingwood more clangers, Essendon more tackles inside 50, and Essendon had 4 more inside 50s for the game. So look, Collingwood dominated the first and last quarters. Essendon dominated the second and third, and we just dominated a little bit more. So we'll look at the votes. So you know what? Can you give a vote for a player who had 5 possessions and kicked 2 goals? Josh Carmichael, his last quarter was just something you needed to see to be believed. For a third gamer to kick 2 goals from 5 possessions, this was just absolutely amazing. Well done, Ash Johnson, 3 goals in his second game of football. But look, yeah, you just got to go with my best on ground. I'm going to give it to I'm going to give it to Jamie Elliott. I thought he was sensational. 2 goals, 14 possessions, the game winner. That gives you best on ground. You influenced the game more than anybody else. You won the game for the Pies. I'm going to give you best on ground. I'm going to give 2 votes to Jeremy Howe. He was amazing down back. Well done to Jeremy Howe. And then 1 vote I'm going to give to rest in peace Billy Picken, number 25 Jack Crisp, who in that last quarter he took it upon himself to win the game for Collingwood. Just that the last one they gave Carmichael his kicker goal, where he ran through the midfield of the ground, took a couple of bounces, did what he needed to do. That was the reason why we won the game, because we started to take the game on a lot more. So well done to Crisp. So 3 votes to Jamie Elliott, 2 votes to Jeremy Howe, and 1 vote to actually no, I'm going to equal Jack Crisp and Taylor Adams. Are going to give 1 vote each because I thought they were both amazing. So Collingwood win. They defeat Essendon by 4 points. Another 4-point margin this year, winning 12-8-80 to 11-10-76. So we won by 4 points this week. We won by 5 points last week. We beat the Kangas by 7. We beat the Suns by 5. We beat GWS by 11. Well, 40 points up at the start of the third quarter, last quarter. Then we had the bye. Before that, we had the bye. Yeah, so our last 4 or 5 games have all been really, really good nail biters. We have a look at the ladder. Collingwood there now. I'm not sure if you can see. No, can't see. Can you see? There you go. Sitting 4th on the ladder. 13-5 after being 4-5. It's just terrific. 9 wins in a row on 52 points. Just absolutely terrific. 15-30 points for, 14-41 points against, with a percentage of 106.2. And yeah, we now round out the next 4 games of the year, being Port Adelaide at the G. We've only got 1 home game left for the rest of the year, and that's next week. So we've got Port Adelaide at the G, which is probably our last start favourite game. We then have Melbourne at the G, Friday night football. It's going to be huge. Sydney over there in Sydney, and then Carlton at the G to end the game. That could basically that might even be for top 4 that go. I mean, it depends on how the next 3 weeks go. We might lose the next 3 and be needing to play to make the 8. So look, lots of water to go under the bridge. But look, that's it from me. Sorry it's gone so late. Just a really long day. Happy birthday to that boy. It was your weekend this week. We won. Go Pies. Sorry to Jetty for That's the hit you in the head when I did my celebration. Kate, Mama Bear taped it because she wanted to put her. We wanted to put her on, and it was fantastic until the very end when I went like that. Lifted my arms in the air and I accidentally smacked Chet in the face. But look, there we go. Thank you very much. Famous Collingwood victory. 4 in a row. We're in the top 4, baby. Close games. We do this for fun. For my family, yours. Peace. Good night.